Today, motorcycle mania in Warwick, a B&B for bikers, the perfect boys' night out, and Viking memorabilia in Hebron.
Travel with AAA's Discover Oklahoma.
Hi, and welcome to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. I'm Jenifer Reynolds.
And I'm Dino Lalli. This week it's all about the dudes, thus the dude co-host.
Dude. This week we are just a little bit west of Chandler on Old Route 66 at a destination that Dino found, actually. It's an old repurposed filling station from back in the 20s.
And of course now it's actually filled, if you will, with motorcycles.
It was the last time I was here, filled with little breakable things. It was an antique shop, and it's had the manly man makeover.
A man's love and passion for his motorcycle goes back many years. The reasons? Well, there are quite a few. Could it be the freedom it gives a person? Riding down the highway, the thrill perhaps, fulfilling a dream. It makes traveling fun, or it could be one just looks cool on a motorcycle. Regardless of the reason, the love for a motorcycle is strong. In the case of Jerry Reese and Gerald Timms, co-owners of the Seba Station Motorcycle Museum, well, let me tell you that Gerald has been collecting bikes for 30 years.
Just the love of the motorcycles. I've worked in the motorcycle business my whole life, and I'm a motorcycle addict, so.
Walking into the Seba Station Motorcycle Museum for many of us is, well, a fun trip down nostalgia road. And Gerald says you still hear the enthusiasm in the visitors' voices as they walk through.
It's pretty neat, really, because you either talk to them and interact with them, or if you're up there waiting other and you can hear them talk, you know, wow, that's really cool, or, you know, I had one of these as a kid, or my father used to have one of those, or I wanted one of those. It's like a walk down memory lane for them. If they're motorcycle people, 90% of the time there's something in here that they've owned at some point in time.
And as for the array of bikes you'll find on display, well, a lot of time is covered, so to speak.
The oldest motorcycle we have is a 1909 Triumph. That is the oldest motorcycle we have in here. We have a lot of competition type motorcycles, being board track racer, dirt track bikes, motocross bikes, road race motorcycles, and of course your vintage street bikes.
Well, it's not a street, but it is one of the most famous roads in America, Route 66, and it runs right in front of the museum. The Mother Road is a popular track for bikers, and they come from all over the world.
It's just, you know, motorcyclists have their own feel for out on the road, you know, for being out on the road. And then I think Route 66 just multiplies that, you know, and it's amazing how many foreigners come over and they will rent motorcycles in Chicago and do the whole trip. And it's just being out to go out and see America the way it used to be, I guess. We get a lot of Australians, a lot of from Norway, and we've had Russia, Ukraine, Denmark, just everywhere, really, just Spain, Italy. It really is amazing.
The museum also has t-shirts and sweatshirts for sale covering both Route 66 and the Seba Station, of course. There are caps, coffee mugs, and even vintage toys of all kinds, including automobiles. And if you do ride in on the weekends, they do have a concession trailer that comes out for the bikers.
For more information on the Seba Station Motorcycle Museum, you can always just go to our website, discoveroklahomatv.com, and we will steer you in their direction.
All right, this week it's all about the guys.
So it may surprise you that our next destination is a B&B, because you know the bed and breakfast is not always the guy's favorite place to go.
Not exactly, but this next one, I don't think you're going to find a lot of doilies and nice lace curtains at this manly retreat. In fact, we did send one cool dude, Adam Beatty, to check it out.
Eastern Oklahoma is a haven for motorcycle enthusiasts, and nestled right here in the middle of these beautiful rolling hills, right outside of Stigler, you'll find Kickstart Bed and Breakfast, a very unique place built by bikers, especially for bikers. Located in the oldest standing house in Haskell County, Kickstart Bed and Breakfast was the brainchild of Patty and Mike Young-Peter. This husband and wife team are avid bikers and wanted to create a place where your average biker and his old lady could come wind down after a long day on the open road. I sat down and spoke with Mike to tell me a little bit more about Kickstart and what folks can expect when they arrive.
They'll find biker people. We're on we owners and we're biker people, and like I said, I've been riding for all these years, and I know what people want, and it's just relax and have a good time riding a motorcycle. Like I said, we open up the whole place, and you just treat you like you're a brother or neighbors, and the place is wide open. When people come, generally on a Friday night, we'll welcome them here, and we'll just kick back, relax, and then generally on a Saturday morning, we'll get up and have a big country breakfast and no bagels, and then we all get together and we find out that evening what everybody likes to ride, how far, and what they want to see, and then we'll accommodate, and Saturday morning we'll take off and we'll ride all day, and then come back Saturday evening and then just kick back and relax.
Kickstart has 4 rooms available for rent, and Patty and Mike have maintained the biker theme in at least 3 out of 4 of the rooms. They have a little something else for you romantic types.
We have one room called the Foo-Foo room. It's sort of like a honeymoon room. We have some big bikers that like it. And then we have 3 rooms upstairs. One is done in Indian artifacts and Indian motorcycles. The other one is just a menagerie of antique parts and motorcycle memorabilia. And the other room is the same way. It's just full of motorcycle stuff. And then the foyer downstairs is just a museum of everything, a collage of anything to do with motorcycles.
Mike and Patty are the epitome of great hosts. Heck, my cameraman Tommy and I didn't want to leave. The Kickstart Bed and Breakfast really does feel like you are amongst friends and family. With a jacuzzi out back, along with a garage to fine-tune your hog, these folks have gone out of their way to make your experience at Kickstart one you are not likely to forget. In Stigler, Oklahoma, I'm Adam Beatty.
So get your motor running and cruise on over to discoveroklahomatv.com to book your stay at the Kickstart B&B in Stigler. Well, don't jump on your motorcycle and head down the highway just yet, because we're not done.
Not in the least. Coming up next, it's Boys Night Out.
More dude destinations when AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues.
I hope we didn't forget anything.
I think we're all set.
Hard to believe Megan is in college.
Do you remember how she cried and cried when we dropped her off at kindergarten?
We were both crying.
Good thing we're only a few hours away. Last box. You can call us tomorrow.
I will, Daddy.
And one more thing. You're gonna need these.
No way. Are you kidding? Can I get Mom's car?
Okay, sweetheart, but you have to be careful. Now, I put the AAA insurance policy and the membership information in the glove box.
Just in case anything should happen.
Okay.
I'm really glad we switched our auto insurance to AAA. Really saved us some money. Not to mention peace of mind.
It's nice knowing AAA will be there if her car ever breaks down, too.
John, are those tears I see?
No.
Aww.
AAA Auto Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma, and this week we are featuring destinations for dude.
That's right, we're talking macho mania here.
And as Jeff and Dino can attest, what more could a guy want than to go to a fist fight and have a hockey game break out?
We've done that a few times.
You can do that at the OKC Barracks.
You know what? It's just one of those kind of nights where you just want to go, you want to growl quite a bit, but you got the skates slashing through the ice, pucks flying over everywhere, bodies slamming into the side. What is there not to like? We're now in what they call one of the terrace suites. There's actually several of them, and this is sweet because you got a great view of the game.
Listen to me, it's sweet. You can also not only get the good view of the game, you got instant replays on your monitors. You can have food catered in for you. These are rentable, so seriously, you should check it out.
You should, and something else that's very exciting that happens a couple times during the game.
Yeah, we're talking about chuck a puck. You throw these, and about a bazillion of them hit the ice, and if you hit the target, you can win cash and prizes.
And I'm all in for that. This is called the stick rack.
Yes.
And it is amazing. You know, each player's different. Each they like their different quirks, and some may have more tapes, and some of the sticks are higher than the others. So it's pretty interesting.
You know, some of these sticks are taller than you. Okay, just kidding.
Yes,
but I want to do this real quick. All right, so Goalie Lolly, you had a great game. How do you feel?
How do I feel? I think the ice has frozen your brain. This is where they do all the post-game interviews, by the way. I'll go over here. This has just been great so far, and I do want to thank the management of the Barons for allowing us this behind-the-scenes look, because this is very cool.
Yeah, obviously, if you come to the games, you don't get to do all this kind of stuff that we've got to do behind the scenes, but amazing. Seriously, this locker room blows my socks off. I mean, this is huge.
You know, everything is in its place. It's very specific, and talk about, you know, the games are exciting. Everyone knows that, but all the work that goes on behind the scenes is absolutely phenomenal because they put in a lot of hours.
And one last thing, if you ever get lucky like we do to have a behind the scenes look, do not touch this stuff. They will hurt you. Remember, they check people into glass.
So what has Barron's Hockey done for Oklahoma City?
Bringing what I like to call as NHL quality product at an AHL price is really what we were trying to focus on bringing to Oklahoma City. You've got 85% of the players that come through the AHL going to the NHL. You're seeing NHL quality players night in, night out on the ice all the time. It's fantastic.
The game itself is enough for die-hard hockey fans, but there's more going on here than you can, wait for it, shake a hockey stick at.
So we're in the blue line right now.
Right.
You have to be a season ticket holder to be in here.
Right.
This is a cool renovation. Are you impressed?
It's great. It gives us a special place to go to. It's really nice. Food's been great. It's an outing. It's an event. And what the best thing is you get to see the players who are just one level below playing in the National Hockey League.
And all this activity surrounding the game isn't just a happy accident.
Well, what we try to do is incorporate what we call the show around the hockey game. Hardcore hockey fans enjoy the game, and that's enough for them. But our casual fans, our families, really focusing on the family-oriented entertainment, so that we have what I call a smile in the door and a smile out the door, from beginning to end.
And that chuck-a-puck thing they do, man, that is a hoot. Dino and I are now back in the kids area. He said he wanted to try something.
We're in what they call the kids area right now. You can have face painting, you can make posters, there's video games, and you can actually take a shot at a dryer. I'm going to take a shot at a target that's much bigger. Okay, ready?
For those of you at home, don't try this, but don't worry, if you're playing with Dino, it's safe. The safest place to stand is in front of him when he's shooting.
What Jeff doesn't know is I used to play hockey.
At the Barron's game in downtown Oklahoma City, I'm Jeff Roberts.
For your ticket to excitement, just go to discoveroklahomatv.com and we'll link you to the Barron's website where you'll find all the latest team news and info.
Well, if you're going to head down the road to visit all the dude destinations featured on Discover Oklahoma, you're going to need what my son calls a sweet ride, a car with style, and that's where your Oklahoma Ford dealers come in.
This is Ford Truck Month, and time to join the Stampede, a force made up of the hardest working, best-selling trucks in America. Only Ford F-Series gives you the most payload, towing, and the best fuel economy, not Chevy or Dodge, and that's life in the Stampede. Now get up to $6,500 total savings on F-150, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year, or get up to $6,000 total savings on Ford Super Duty. See your Oklahoma Ford dealers during Truck Month and join the Stampede.
You know, maybe the manliest man in history is the Viking. How about some Viking look?
That would actually work, and those were men on a mission. Shel Wagner in search of an ancient runestone when AAA's Discover Oklahoma continues.
Hey, how's Kara doing? Great. Absolutely loves being in college. Sam? Just started driving. Watch out.
Yeah, we just added him to our AAA membership. Smart move.
I'm just glad we have good insurance. Who do you guys use? We switched over to AAA auto insurance. With another driver in the house, it just made sense to check out pricing. AAA saved us a ton.
I didn't know they had insurance too.
Yeah, auto, home, and life.
Remember that time when we snuck Dad's car out and got that flat?
Here they go again.
Well, AAA came and fixed it, and the folks never found out.
Found out what?
Nothing, Dad.
Talking about the time you two snuck the car out while we were gone.
You knew?
Well, of course. Why do you think Mom and I added you girls to our AAA membership? Never told you I always check the odometer, did I? Oh, great idea.
Thanks, Grandpa.
AAA Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back to AAA's Discover Oklahoma. Down in Heavener, there is evidence that maybe Vikings visited Oklahoma way back around 800 AD when Dino was a boy.
My social security number's 3. I'm not going to say I'm old. Now, those men were, I tell you, those were hardy men. Early explorers sailing the world in their big, long boats. Well, I tell you what, let's let Shel Wagner tell you all about it.
There's a mystery that's been long brewing in Heavener, one that back in 1928 grabbed the attention of a young girl and sent her on a life's journey to discover the how, what, and when of these strange symbols etched into the Savannah sandstone in eastern Oklahoma. That girl was Gloria Farley, who went on to spend 50 years researching and consulting with runic experts from around the world, until she had all the proof she needed to be convinced of the origin of the Heavener runestones.
It is evidence that old world people were here, we think, about 750 AD.
Prior to her death in 2006, Gloria told our Discover Oklahoma cameras that she believed these markings are Scandinavian runes, left here by some of Oklahoma's earliest residents, whom she thought had traveled by ship through North American waterways and then laid claim to this Oklahoma land.
According to Dr. Nielsen, the Heavener runestone is a boundary marker or a land claim. It's a man's name and the word valley, Gomez Valley.
The path to her conclusions has been as rocky as the Heavener hillsides, and even today, not everyone agrees that the runestones are authentic. So whether or not you're convinced that the runestones are writings from ancient travelers, one thing we can all agree upon: this is one beautiful park. Beginning in 1970 and for more than 40 years, this site was a state park. A structure was built to protect the runestones, so they are now easy to find and simple to get to.
If you go down the walkway here, we've got beautiful stone paths that are laid, and you will make your way down and around to where you can see the stone and some of the other smaller ruins that we have found. And then there's also a beautiful waterfall.
There are also displays explaining the theories and interpretations of the runestones. You are welcome to pitch a tent in these woods, and yes, because I know you're wondering, there are restrooms nearby.
We also have an amphitheater, which is outside, which we have music festivals. It's great for weddings. The possibilities are just endless for that.
The gift shop stocks Gloria Farley's book, which chronicles her volumes of research, along with Viking-themed souvenirs enough to spark any imagination. In July of 2011, due to state budget constraints, the park was turned over to the city of Heavener.
The Friends of the Heavener Runestone is actually the group that raises all of the money. So the property is actually in the name of the city of Heavener, which keeps it here local, which is a great thing.
The transition is seamless to you and me, except that the park now hosts even more events.
So everything from Celtic to Latin, flair, bluegrass, different genres of music, car shows, arts and crafts shows.
And events that invite further discussion of those mysterious inscriptions. The debate here in Heavener may never be fully resolved, but if you think about it, that only adds to the mystique of those markings left so long ago. In Heavener, I'm Shel Wagner.
We'll link you to more information on the Heavener Runestone Park from our website, discoveroklahomatv.com.
Actually, I have to admit, I have never been there. I would like to go to the park to see the runestone, but how far is it from here to Heavener?
You thought you were going to stump me with that question, Dino.
Yes, I did.
You can't, because I happen to have in my possession the brand new 2012 Oklahoma Travel Guide. It has all that information right here, and it's free. Are you daydreaming about your next Oklahoma road trip? Whether you're hankering to wade in cool lake waters, view panoramic sunsets over high mesas, or hike glorious ancient mountains at dawn, the new 2012 Oklahoma Travel Guide will fulfill all your travel needs. Divided into 6 distinct travel regions, the new guide gives in-depth tidbits about destinations you'll want on your Oklahoma bucket list, whatever your interests. You need only travel as far as your computer. Click on travelok.com to order your free guide today, or you can pick one up at a tourism information center near you so you can stop daydreaming and start exploring. Hey, it's easy to get your free copy of the Oklahoma Travel Guide. Just go to travelok.com and click on Request Free Brochures. And did they just crank up a motorcycle, or is that your stomach?
Did you hear that too?
I heard it.
I thought it was a semi going by Route 66. That actually, I think, wasn't my stomach growling, because guess what? This dude has got to eat.
You know, unfortunately, we have a manly restaurant coming right up.
We're looking for dude food, so stay tuned. AAA's Discover Oklahoma will be back in 2 short minutes.
Thanks for all your help.
Hey, babe, what you doing?
Oh, I just switched our insurance over to AAA.
Why? We've been with our guys for years.
I know, but I met with the agent, and she showed me how AAA could match our coverage and save us money by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Really? Well, did we get a discount? I mean, we've been with those guys for years.
Yes, And with the extra money we saved, I was thinking we could take that second honeymoon we've always talked about.
Hey, I am all about that.
So, with all the travel discounts we get for being AAA Oklahoma members.
Well, I do have some vacation time I need to take.
Oh, good, because our room is right on the ocean.
You already booked it.
I did.
What are you guys up to?
Nothing. We're just getting some dinner started.
When are you leaving?
AAA Insurance, for the ones that matter most to you. Give us a call today or talk to a AAA agent nearest you.
Welcome back. AAA Oklahoma makes this show possible and does a lot of other great things around our state. Here's a look at today's AAA.
Hello, Chuck May here with AAA Oklahoma. If you're like me, you love planning your next vacation. Whether you like the sandy beaches of Florida, the cool mountain air of Colorado, or an exotic cruise in the Caribbean, our AAA Oklahoma travel experts can make your dream vacation come true. They'll help you find the best deals on airfare, hotels, car rentals, resorts, and restaurants. Plus, if you plan to book your trip online, AAA can provide tips on how to make sure your reservations and your personal information remain secure. Look, everybody needs a little getaway now and then, so if you're looking for some hot deals on some fun places to explore, out of state or out of the country, or if you want to staycation at one of the many first-class resorts or parks right here in Oklahoma, call our AAA Oklahoma travel experts or visit us online at AAA.com today. Until next time, may the road lead you to exciting new discoveries. Whether it's insurance, travel, or peace of mind on the road, think AAA every day.
AAA, for the ones who matter most to you. Well, we've been talking about things for dudes to do for fun around Oklahoma.
So far, we've covered motorcycles, a B&B, hockey, I love that, and Vikings, but where is the food?
You know, that's right. The dude abides, but the dude's also got to eat, and who thought of that? So what would be the most popular dude food if you did a poll? Barbecue. Willie Ortiz loves barbecue. He loves fire-cooked ribs and briskets so much that when one of his favorite barbecue joints in Sapulpa seemed closed more than it was open, he took it up with the owner.
I talked to the owner at the time, and I ended up buying it so I could eat there more often.
That was almost 30 years ago, and the Hickory Fire hasn't gone out since. In fact, business is so brisk they had to move the restaurant to its current location on Route 66 just to have more space. And the dining room continues to expand. Willie says there's no big secret to cooking delicious barbecue. Anybody can do it. It just takes real wood smoke and time.
We cook our meats through the night. Brisket and pork are cooked about 10 to 12 hours, just depending on the size. Ribs are about 3 to 4 hours. And
Secret seasoning before
oh
it goes
yeah,
on the
yeah,
fire.
we always have. Everybody's got to have secret seasoning.
I'm not sure I agree with Willie that anybody can cook great barbecue, but I do agree with his customers that he can. Lunchtime at Hickory House is busy, and you'll never walk away hungry because the buffet is all you can eat. And there's a wide variety of fresh, homemade go-withs to complement the smoked meats. Willie says he prides himself on giving customers their money's worth.
We eat here, so we make sure that everything is fresh and quality. That's basically, I raised 2 kids here, and they both ate here.
So after 30 years of being here every day, lunch and dinner by the smoker, keeping that fire going, eating his own cooking day in and day out, does Willie still love barbecue?
Yeah, I really do. Everybody always asks me that. They say, do you still eat your own barbecue? And I say, oh yeah.
Hickory House Barbecue is open for lunch and dinner every day except Sunday. Enjoy. Well, that's our show for this week. We hope we have you all revved up for some dude destinations. Thanks to the folks here at Seba Station Motorcycle Museum on Route 66, just west of Chandler, for hosting us.
You've got to come by and check out this place. We want to thank all of you for watching.
Be sure and tune in next week. Spring break's just a calendar turn away, and we're here to help you make a plan from active and educational to crafty and culinary. Hey, Bartlesville's got you covered.
And we'll explore the piney forest of the serene southeastern Oklahoma paradise of Beaver's Bend, breathtaking in every season.
I think if I could take one motorcycle out of here, I'd take the Husqvarna.
That would be a good choice, because you know why? One of the coolest dudes around rode one similar to that, Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen.
I like that. I tell you what, until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.